Yes, hello, welcome to another Lincoln Live Lounge. My name's Tim, I work here at the University of Lincoln, and it is my absolute pleasure to welcome Sophie today. Hello, Sophie.
Hiya.
Sophie is going to be talking about how you can make the best of your time at university, and specifically Lincoln. Loads and loads of things to talk about, whether it be social activities, study tips, sports and societies, making friends, anything like that. We are here for you today, and you can join in, which is where I bring in my very good friend Darren, who's going to tell you exactly how to do that. Darren, hello.
Hi everyone. Hi, you all right?
Hey mate.
Good. So yeah, I just want to jump in and say I'm the producer, so any technical issues that happen, it is my fault. But touch wood, we should be fine. This is a really good opportunity actually, because obviously there's been a lot happening this year, and students will be wanting to join us and still continue their university adventure. So this is a really good opportunity to actually speak to a student and ask whatever questions you might want to be asking. It could be, can I bring these pots or pans? Do I need to bring a duvet or something like that? So I think this is going to be a brilliant opportunity for you. To get involved, all you need to do, wherever you're watching, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube, just head to the comment section and submit your questions there, and Tim or Sophie will help with those. If you just want to say hello or tell us where you're watching from, that's brilliant as well. Please do, and we'll be able to have a chat with you and hopefully answer some questions as we go along as well. If you're watching on the website, just click straight through to the link. If you want to ask any questions, click straight through to YouTube and submit your questions in the same way, that way as well. The only thing left for me to say is, if you have any questions that weren't able to be answered today, or maybe they're a bit too complex for today, or you want to just learn more about Lincoln, then please do book onto our virtual open day, which is next week, Wednesday at 4 p.m. All you have to do is go to our website down the bottom there, just click onto that. You can book there, or you can even book to pre-register actually onto a campus tour, which we're not currently running, but we do hope to be running very soon. So if you pre-register there, then you'll be the first to hear about those as well. So we do hope to be able to see you soon. But I think I'll leave you guys to it and just enjoy.
Thank you, Darren. Marvellous. And yeah, we have a first comment, which is a simply good evening from Emmanuel. So good evening. Nice to see you. Good evening from Sophie as well. I think probably the best place to start is just, Sophie, tell us a bit about yourself, and specifically why you've recently become very popular, an internet sensation, dare I say.
Hiya, yeah, so I'm a third year geography student, particularly on the BSc side. But yeah, kind of became popular by doing a cooking video for the uni, which was basically based around some isolation boxes that we get given as students who are isolating. They kind of contain things like pasta, rice, and particularly custard creams, cornflakes, and milk. So I decided to make a quick video, kind of fun thing on custard cream fudge, which apparently went down quite well.
Absolutely amazing. I'd say the thing about these isolation boxes is that when I was a student, this is better food than I would have by choice bought. So I thought it was absolutely magnificent, and I think probably another good place to start is actually by just showing people. If people haven't seen it, Darren, can we just show a little snippet of Sophie's video? Here we go.
Hey guys, I hope you're doing really well, especially during lockdown. And for those of you in self-isolation, I hope you're keeping up all right. I'm Sophie, and I'm here to show you what you can make with your isolation box. So obviously you can make the standard chili con carne, curries, anything like that. However, I'm going to show you a quick recipe with your custard creams, cornflakes, and milk. So I'm going to show you two different recipes. The first one being cornflake cakes, and then the second one being a fudge, which is really simple to make. So
if you want to go and find out how to make cornflake cakes and what is it, custard cream fudge? Yeah. So if you're the expert, custard cream fudge. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then do visit our YouTube page, and I believe it's on there. I just think we're going from isolation boxes, but there are so many reasons to be hopeful and look forward to 2021. It could be a really, really good year, a really exciting one. So let's look forward and let's be happy. Oh, Sophie's gone. Don't leave me on my own, Sophie, please. Darren, are you there? Can you deal with this technical nightmare?
I must have.
Otherwise, it's the Tim show, mate, and I can't cook.
I must have jinxed something. Sophie must be having obvious technical issues. Sophie, if you just want to leave the studio and come back, then we will still be here waiting for you.
I think in the meantime, we'll be waiting for Sophie. But as I was saying, I think, and Darren will echo this, is that, it's been a really, really interesting couple of months, but the students have been amazing. Students like Sophie who really pulled together, and the community here has been fantastic, and giving care packages, free isolation food boxes, etc. to students, and it's been it's really gratifying to see sort of people come together and help us through. It looks as though 2021 is going to be an awful lot better, and we will be hoping, as with the open days, the physical open days, it looks as though there might be some resemblance of normality, and we can go back to being outdoors and coming to Lincoln and seeing why people actually choose Lincoln. And I think I'm just looking behind me here. I've got the cathedral and the castle is lit up. You can't see it because of these lights. But if you come to an open day, you'll see that we're basically based on water with a massive, the biggest Wangamamas I've ever seen in my life, an Odeon.
On water.
Is over the water. Prezzo, everything sort of right at your doorstep. When I was at university, I didn't have these things. It is an amazing place, a beautiful place, actually. And we are getting lots of questions in at the moment, irrespective of Sophie's technical problems. I can see Darren beavering away there, trying desperately to get Sophie back. So we will try. Who's on the bus? Where do you do your shop? Oh, here we go. Well, I guess I can ask the question. I can answer these questions. This is Alison Bradman. I'm a mum watching on behalf of the son who is on bus. Where do you do your shopping? Is there a shop on campus? Very, very lucky at Lincoln. The campus in itself is right in the sort of the hustle and bustle. We have a huge supermarket next door to Halls. Morrison's next door to Halls. Over the water here, there's a Tesco, a new Tesco that's just been built. We're right in the centre of town, so you have lots and lots of choices to go and do your shopping. What I will say as well is, on account of the way things have been over the past 6 months, we've got really, really good links. The Students' Union has amazing links with local supermarkets, specifically Morrison's actually, and there is a special deals to get food delivered if you're a student, if you've got a Students' Union card, etc. So nothing to worry about in that regard. Again, Macie, hello Macie, great that you're joining in. Are there opportunities around for weekend jobs for students? And I think this is really important. When I went to university, my university was right up on the top of the hill, kind of outside the town. So if I was to have a job, then I would be walking down, a 25, 30-minute walk to go and do it. You're right here. You're right where the shops are, right where the opportunities are, right where the bars are, hospitality, etc. And yes, that hospitality will be open in 2021. I mean, that is a hostage to fortune, but I'm going to make that promise to you right now. So I think unlike a lot of universities, just from where we are in regards to location, we do have lots and lots of stuff going on, loads of opportunities, not just outside of the university, actually, in the bars that are here. We've got 2 new TPs that are here that are employing students, and the Students' Union bars and the Engine Shed, which is a live music venue. By all means, you will know this if you go on the university website. So many opportunities. Do we have to bring pots and pans with us to uni? I know some do. I'm not sure about Lincoln accommodation. By all means, yeah, it can vary. Just get in touch with accommodation at Lincoln. The email address, accommodation@lincoln.ac.uk, and they will answer any questions like that. You don't have to panic. When I went to university, I didn't bring any pots and pans, but my friends and nice flatmates helped me out, let me borrow some until I, used my initiative a little bit and went to the shops and actually bought some. I should have thought of that before I come, really, but there we go.
Just to interrupt you, Tim, we do have Sophie back.
Oh, thank goodness.
Here we are. Hi, Sophie.
Sophie.
My laptop completely died and switched off.
Where have you been? Thank goodness you're back. Oh, my heart was racing. Right.
I think
No, we're back on it.
Cause any more issues.
Everything's fine, thanks. Yeah, sorry, my friend Marvin. I'm live on the internet, mate. So, friend Marvin's just popped in the room to say hello. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, so okay. Sophie, before you left us so abruptly, we were talking about things to look forward to in 2021, and I think I was a student a long time ago, and you are here because you're a student now. And for those students that are coming in 2021, in February or in September, etc., what's your advice? You know, what should they do when they get here, etc.? What are the first things they should do?
Yeah, definitely do not panic. That's like one thing I think everyone does. They're like, oh, I've come to a new city, a new place, I don't know anyone. But yeah, my main thing is do not panic, because as different as it's going to be, you quickly learn like where everything is. You make friends like super quickly. I think I've made some of my best friends within like the first 2 days of being there, which is absolutely amazing. And you get to meet people of different backgrounds and areas, and it's just amazing to kind of meet people who you probably necessarily wouldn't think you'd be friends with.
Yeah, it certainly does open up a few horizons, doesn't it? Just in regards to the people you meet and the experiences that you have. I think well, that's a really good point, actually, just in regards to making friends. And I completely understand that a lot of people aren't particularly outgoing and are nervous about making friends, might consider themselves shy and whatnot. What would you do? Is there anything that you would advise in ways to help people make friends? What does the university do?
Yeah, definitely. So I know obviously this year it was slightly different with coronavirus throwing a bit of a curveball with freshers, but even as you're getting through your offers now, you start trying to find people who are on Facebook and social media who are on your course and start talking to them, because I did that and we already had that connection going into the year. And then with all the different events like the uni and the SU hold, especially freshers, which hopefully, fingers crossed, will run better next year. But yeah, you just do everything you can, like join those societies and find those people with similar interests to you and just have a go. I think that's the main thing, have a go at everything.
I think there are ways that can... there are means to help you have a go in that regard, aren't there? So if you just go on our website, guys, there's Friends for Life. There you can speak to people on your course and with shared interests before you even start university. So it's like you're joining, a family that you already know when you come here. And I can highly recommend that. When I went to university, the internet had only just become a thing, and I didn't have a mobile telephone. So I can use the tools that are at your disposal. They are absolutely wonderful. I'm just having a look at some of these comments that are coming in here. Clayton, what's the nightlife like? Actually, that's it. I mean, people want to know, don't they? Sophie, what's the nightlife like?
There's loads of stuff to get involved with. Like the SU runs different events. I think one of the big ones is Quack, and you can get like little rubber ducks that just get thrown out randomly. And then there's loads of different things up in like the actual high street. I can't really touch on all of them because there's so many, but generally there is so much to do and get involved with. And even if you don't want to go out like clubbing, there's the cinema, there's restaurants literally right on your doorstep. I think there's also go-karting, but hopefully that will be running soon. But
there was the go-karting, there's the outdoor cinema that we've got here. Just over my shoulder is a huge Odeon. Really lucky. I've said it before. I could go on, but everything's on your doorstep at Lincoln. It's a fantastic campus. I neglected to say, because I was taken aback by you leaving so rudely, Sophie. But we will have a special guest in maybe a quarter of an hour's time. Sophie's sister Holly is going to. You might have seen Saturday Kitchen, guys. We're going to have an omelette challenge. It could go spectacularly wrong. It could be a shambles, but please commend us in having a go. Here we go. Chicken. What an interesting name. In the comments here, will we have a tour of the accommodations via Teams? If you go, hello chicken. If you go to the virtual open day, if you come on our website and you'll see the virtual open days there, you will there are accommodation tours, absolutely, and there are students and members of staff, accommodation team who are there to answer all your questions. So usually the answers to all of these questions is yes. Quite frankly, and if forgive me, there's loads of questions that are coming in. If I don't get to them, don't panic. We will try to answer them afterwards. Oh, here we go. Macie's just signed up to Friends for Life. Well done, Macie. That's absolutely brilliant. Any advice for calming nerves over offers? I'm super nervous. I won't get any, and it's very stressful. Ellen, I completely sympathise with that. It can be quite a nervy time whenever you do exams or anything. I just wonder, Sophie, whether you might have any experience of that in regards to sort of nerves, etc., and offers.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you've submitted your applications, and obviously it's a really worrying time when you're waiting for those offers to come back. I know my sister, who you'll meet later, she's waiting for her offers. But I think you've just got to calm your nerves a bit by just doing your research still, looking at which unis you might pick when those offers do come back in. And obviously, even if you don't get an offer, it's not the end of the world, because there is other options available after that. So yeah, I think you'll be absolutely fine. You just got to keep working hard to make sure you do get those grades ready for uni.
Yeah, I see students say, yeah, make sure that you do actually work hard, get the grades, and you're absolutely fine. And what I will say is talk to us. Talk to all the universities, and we will help you. Simple as that. And don't feel like you're on your own at all. Is it just chicken there? Just got an offer from Lincoln. Congratulations, chicken! Fantastic. We look forward to seeing. When should I start applying for accommodation? By all means, get in touch with accommodation.ac.uk, accommodationbooking.lincoln.ac.uk, and they will, every step of the way, they will help you. So please don't panic. It'll be absolutely fine. Okay, just kind of on that, in regards to making friends, one of the many great ways that you can make friends is by joining one of the clubs and societies and activities that we have really. Over 150 was the last number that was given to me, and they are many are varying. I just would give us a flavour of them, please, Sophie, and you are closer to it than I am.
Yeah, so like Tim said, there are so many. I think if you think of something you want to do, there is a society for it. And even if there isn't, you can set one up. That's literally the beauty of uni and Lincoln. So for example, for us with geography, so geography was a relatively new course when I started. So we didn't have the capacity to do the geography society. However, we just newly set it up. And I sit on the committee, and it's great because you can have different opportunities, meet different people, get volunteering experience, and also alongside with the social side of it, there are those social aspects, the nightlife. You get to meet everyone from a whole range of years. I mean, I've got some friends, really good friends, who are in first year, but I'm a third year. So it's really, really great that you just meet all these different people. And also the sports ones as well, they help obviously with fitness, and again, meeting loads of different people. See, I'm a big swimmer, so yeah.
No, well, if you want to do something, there'll be an opportunity for you to do it at Lincoln. I just want to kind of go back on the comments. Forgive me, Emily Ann, who's commented quite early on, and there was lots of comments very early, so I forgive it. And Emily's just asking about the wellbeing centre, and perhaps people who do suffer from maybe anxiety or are nervous, etc., and just where it is on site and all that, and whether there are activities that perhaps don't involve going out into town, etc., and don't involve. And all I can say to you, Emily, is that yes, we have the wellbeing centre here on campus, and we have student support who is there absolutely all the time, and 100% of the students that ask for support get support. And whether that be with anxiety or nerves or whatever. So please do just contact them when you get to university, and you won't be left on your own. If you ask for support, you will get it, and the Wellbeing Centre is there to help you. And I just want to kind of put your mind at ease there. Sophie, I don't know whether you can sort of echo that. That's me saying it, by all means, a student.
Yeah, I mean, every time I've known someone who's needed support or that support from wellbeing, they've always had it. They've always had the correct advice, and they can advise you on the best like ways to go, whether that's extra support or just need to talk about it. Like, everyone is here at Lincoln to support you. I've never felt like I'm on my own, which is really like important, especially going to such a big place. So yeah, I think you'll always feel like you've got that support.
Yeah, fantastic. I think that's really reassuring, Sophie. Thank you very much. Macie's actually come back. She's just got an offer from Lincoln for geography.
Yay!
There we go. So, I mean, people choose courses for many different reasons, don't they? And they're often it's a late choice. They kind of, people don't know what to go for. Do you want to just have a chat about that, Sophie, in regards to like how did you make that decision and why geography?
Yeah, so like you say, I was a little bit undecided to start with. I mean, geography, I've always loved geography because it's so broad, so diverse. But I did think about swapping onto business, but then I think my heart has always been with geography. It is hard to know what you want to do, especially past university. But I think for me, I just picked a subject I absolutely loved at the school and just kind of ran with it.
Yeah,
I think that's the best advice I can give you. Unless you like definitely be medical or something like that, you need to pick what you love, because then you're going to want to learn about it.
Sound advice: do what you love. I think that's really good. Quick one from Tommy Lawrence: what does Modern University of the Year really mean? It means we're amazing, Tommy. It means we're an absolutely brilliant university. I think Modern University of the Year is a fantastic accolade that the Times and the Sunday Times gave us, and I guess really just from a very simple point of view, when you talk about the red brick universities, perhaps like Oxford and Cambridge, etc. What is fantastic about Lincoln are the amazing modern facilities. When you come here, when you come to a physical open day, and you'll see the campus and you'll see accommodation, and people are asking about the gym and whatnot and all that, it's all here. Much more so than I was at university. So that's kind of what it means. And it also means that our teaching is the best it could possibly be. It's TEF Gold, etc. And in regards to student experience, I could go on, and I'm selling it now, but it basically means that we're amazing, Tommy, quite frankly. So come and join us. Right, let's move on, because I'm conscious of the time, and we have this challenge coming in as well later on. I guess, let's just talk about the city, actually. Let's just talk about why Lincoln. Just expand on this, because we've been doing virtual open days, and they're amazing, they're absolutely brilliant. But when people come to Lincoln, they fall in love with it. And I think it'd be really good to know why, Sophie. Yeah,
I mean, Lincoln as a city has everything right on your doorstep, whether you're in student accommodation or some of the like second year, third year housing that's a little bit further out, but you've literally got everything within a 5, 10, 15-minute walk. And there's some like really nice kind of quirky kind of shops and cafes that you probably wouldn't find in other places. And of course, Steep Hill, which is a killer, but you get to the top that
wasn't Sophie.
Yeah, so you can get to like the top, and you've got the cathedral, and it's just a really pretty city to be part of.
It's kind of got the best of both worlds, isn't it? So you're down here, and it's a bustling, cosmopolitan place. And I live in Lincoln. I live at the top of the hill. Very lucky that it's beautiful up there. But when the students are here, oh my goodness, it's a much better place. It is so much more lively and exciting, and there's so many things going on. I just want to kind of touch on that as well, Sophie, if that's all right, just in regards to making the most of your Lincoln life. And I know that you are a student ambassador, aren't you? You talk about different opportunities there. It's not just about joining societies, and people ask what a society is. There's lots of different types of opportunities. Do you mind just expanding on that, Sophie? Is that all right?
Yeah, so as a student ambassador, that's one of the main things I kind of do. You take part in the open days, and we're the ones who kind of give you those campus tours, kind of show you what Lincoln has to offer, really. And aside from like student ambassador, there's loads of other opportunities like within your course. So you can be a school rep, which I also am for geography. And you kind of help just progress the courses as you're moving through your degree. And then again, there's so many opportunities. I can't even pick all of them, but there's like the campaigns network. So you can be like campaigning for a better environment or well-being or housing. And one thing that stood out to me with Lincoln is the Euros scheme, which is like an undergraduate research scheme, which I took part in my first year. So I got to take part in some real world research. And I looked into microplastic contamination in the River Witham. And it was just fantastic. Right. Yeah, it was really great to be able to see that different perspective from being in the classroom.
Yeah, I think there's many great things that the Students' Union are doing at the moment in regards to sort of campaigns and getting involved in environmental. Obviously, it's prominent in the news in terms of climate emergency and stuff like that. So there's so many things that you can get involved in that regard. I think we have a few questions here about applying, really, and just in regards to you as someone who's done it quite recently, Sophie. Have you got any sort of advice on how to apply? We do have other live lounges that are specifically about the application process. But Sophie, if you just your experience, what would you recommend?
Yeah, I definitely say do your research. I mean, if you haven't already applied, definitely, especially during coronavirus, you can't go and look at these unis in the same way that you probably would have done. Definitely do as much research as you can online, do their virtual open days, their tours that are online, and view like all the different accommodation. But definitely use the uni buddy function as well, and like the UCAS chat, so you can talk to current students and get their perspective rather than just listening to academics.
The academics won't be popular. You'll not be popular with the academics. So yeah, just be careful when you go back to lectures, Sophie. They're lovely, our academics. They're marvellous. Just on that, by the way, we're actually doing a live city tour at the next virtual open day. My colleague Mark is doing that. So he'll be right at the bottom of the hill. And then God bless him if he tries to get up to the top of Steep Hill whilst he's live on camera. I hope that he can keep his breath and actually do a decent job of it. But that's going to be amazing. So yeah, please come to our next virtual open day and witness Mark trying to give you a live tour of the city. I just want to there's just one thing that kind of comes to me. You are obviously an amazing cook. You like baking. You like all that stuff. And how has that kind of affected your you starting university and your relationship with people and whatnot? Do they like the fact that you can bake? Do they exploit you a little bit because you're good at baking, or have you made friends because of it? And what? Could you just talk about that for a little bit, Sophie?
Yeah, I mean, obviously cooking is a great skill to be able to have, especially coming to uni. And like, I think all my flatmates have loved it. I think some of my friends have asked me to bring lasagna in tubs, and they've sat there eating it just out of the tub because they just like it. But yeah, I mean, obviously, if you can't cook, it's not the end of the world, and uni is a great experience to learn how to do these new things, which is something that I know so many people I know have been able to develop. And obviously, there's the baking society at uni, so it's fantastic.
I learned to cook at uni, if I'm honest with you, and it's these type of things that a university experience you kind of do by accident, don't you? Mm-hmm. I just wonder whether you do the washing up as well, whether you wash up after yourself. I'll tell you a very, very quick story. And my first first day at university, my friend Al moved in the bedroom opposite me, and we were friends all the way through university, lived together all the way through university and after university as well. After a week, it was pretty obvious that he wasn't doing any washing up. So I just said to him, why aren't you doing any, can you just wash up a little bit? And he said, oh no, Tim, I was meant to tell you, I've got a phobia to water. And I said, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I won't talk about it again. I won't, I'm so sorry. I lived with him for 7 years. And it was only the week I moved out to move in with my girlfriend that he told me that was absolute nonsense. And it was a joke that just went too far. And I never even questioned the fact that he would have a shower every morning. And I'm pretty confident that actually we went swimming a couple of times as well. Hopefully, university made me less gullible, but we remain friends to this day. Okay, back to cooking before we get on to this challenge. I think we're nearly there. What's the worst meal you've had or had made for you at university, Sophie? There are some apps. Pot noodle. There we go. LSCCTV. Another interesting name. Pot noodle. As a baker, do you buy pot noodles?
No.
Well, you know, it's not. I didn't think so.
No, I don't buy pot noodles. No, but I think probably one of the worst ones is when my oven broke, and I didn't realise it completely stopped working. So I left it all in there, and then I came back to it, and it was completely raw, and it was just a nightmare, really. But it's better than being burnt, but I couldn't really eat it.
No, I think for a baker to not have an oven that works is
it's really bad.
I mean, that's tricky, isn't it? I just want to answer this question before we get on to introducing Holly. And I'm actually a little bit disappointed. I've been talking to you all week, and we haven't seen your cat yet.
I don't know.
No. Where's Pepper? We'll have to get. Macie's asking, how do you become a student ambassador?
So they kind of advertise at the start of the year, and there's kind of like an interview and application process that you go through. But yeah, it's advertised on Facebook when they are open for advertising. But you can also do things through Campus Jobs, which is run through like the careers people in the library. And they have some amazing things as well. Like you can do call centres and set up shifts for open days. And it's really, really nice. You get to meet so many different people.
Yeah, and you're employed as well, and it's a method of employment for students, which is really, really nice. And again, something that I didn't have at my university, and I wish I had. So just a very quick one. Somebody's asked that how are activities now with everything that's kind of gone on. And what I will say is that we have a student page, which is Student Life Goes On, which is full of loads of activities for people to still get involved in and still meet people, even if you actually have to isolate. Loads of virtual activities in regards to whether it be cooking, exercise, cultural stuff as well, and the Students' Union will help you with that. We're not leaving you on your own. Please don't worry. There's loads of stuff going on, and a very exciting new term planned in February as well, where we are planning to do things that will be physical. I think people are a little bit sick of it now. They want to be going out and doing things, but irrespective, you'll have a great time, and people still have had a great time. So not to worry. Right, challenge time.
Yes.
Holly, where are you?
I'll go find her.
Holly, what year is Holly in? Sophie? Year 30, and she's looking to do sport and exercise science, which is one of the great things that we offer here at Lincoln as well, with the amazing facilities and the world-leading academics that we have. What a kitchen!
I know.
Wow! Crikey. Is Holly there, or do you need to go and get her? I am reliably told that we're going to do an omelette challenge, and Sophie has chosen her sister because Holly has yet to actually make an omelette and didn't even know what an omelette was. So let's see how this pans out, to pardon the pun.
I'll let you have the little pan because I'm so kind.
Here she comes. Hi, Holly.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. Yes, a lovely, what are we, Wednesday afternoon activity. You're the chef, Sophie. You talk us through it. Celebrity chef, Saturday kitchen, off you go.
Okay, are you ready, Holly? Yeah. So you need to put some butter in the pan. Get that for me. Can I? Thank you. Okay, and then you need to turn it on. This is where they don't want to work together.
Sophie.
Yeah?
Holly, actually, can I take this opportunity to wish you the very best of luck?
Thank you.
Because I wouldn't fancy my chances in this situation, if I'm honest.
Yeah. Okay, and then I've already broken the eggs, so we've got eggs and milk. And then, do you want to grab your eggs? Yeah. And then you beat them up. You could have done that for me. I can't do all the work for you. It's going to go everywhere.
You're going to have to beat eggs a bit quicker than that, Holly, if I'm honest with you. See, these are the things you learn. These are the things you learn when you come to university and start living with other people. There we go. Get them to do it for you. There you are.
You get it everywhere.
Guys, as Sophie and Holly are trying to cook omelettes as quickly as they possibly can, in the chat you'd have seen that Darren has put in the University of Lincoln applicants 2021 applicants page, and student life must go on, etc. And obviously some links to YouTube and a couple of videos in there as well. So by all means, go on there. It answers an awful lot of questions. And please do just keep engaging with us, whether it be on our website, on social media, etc. And we will endeavour to answer all your questions, and I'm sure we can. We absolutely can. Are we done?
Mine looks
Nearly.
better.
Holly's looks better because she's got a little pan.
We don't.
Oh, congratulations, Holly! This is quite momentous for you.
She's getting there.
All right, let's have a look. Can I judge them then? See who's you?
They're still rather raw.
Is this just a plain? Is this just a plain omelette,
Is it going to be plain?
Sophie?
We've got some ham and some cheese, so right, this one's not working. I'm making scrambled egg.
That's it. You see, one of the great things about being a student is kind of making up food as you go along, and it's stood me in good stead. I can tell you that many of times I've tried to cook an omelette for my children. It's come out, and we call it Daddy Scramble. And the kids, they like it, they eat it. I get away with it, if I'm honest with you. Yeah, plonk some ham in there, plonk some mushroom, chop the mushroom up really, really small so they don't think they're eating mushrooms. And you get everything you need.
No.
And to be honest with you, Sophie, it looks like you're making a right mess.
She's getting there. She's getting there.
I don't want to flip it.
You need to flip it.
Don't flip it like a pancake.
Oh no, she'll get egg everywhere.
Can see, you're on tenterhooks. I can see you want. Oh, she's confident. Oh no.
Yeah. Right, my failed.
Good. I win.
Oh god, is everything okay? Oh, all right, we're on a plate, are we? Right.
Holly's is there pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Go on, Holly. Good luck.
that looks really good, Holly.
You see, now we've opened doors. Yeah. Now you'll be. Yeah. Now you'll be. I cheat and use my grill. I cheat and use my grill to do omelettes. Works better than the hot. How do you grill? You've lost me there, Ella, and I don't know how you grill omelettes. If I'm completely honest with you, it should probably speak for itself. You do some eggs and you plonk them underneath the grill. I'll give it a go. Thank you.
Little plate.
Right, are you done? What have you made, Sophie?
Scrambled eggs.
Well, in that case, as you've not actually stuck to brief, I think I'm going to have to award the first ever omelette challenge,
Yeah.
the inaugural omelette challenge, to your younger sister, Holly. Congratulations, Holly. This is better than getting your A-level results, isn't it?
Well done.
Well done. Marvellous. Fantastic. Great to see you. At this point, I think it'll be a really good time to bring Darren back in. Darren, are you there?
I am here.
Hello, mate, you're right. Yeah, it wasn't as much of a shambles as I thought it was going to be. Actually, I thought we did reasonably well. One of the questions actually in the chat, forgive me, I didn't get around to it, was I think it was asking about going to see the animals in the laboratories, the tortoises and everything that was there. Obviously, they've seen Chris Packham and want to open the laboratories, the Joseph Banks laboratories. And yes, absolutely. There's be campus tours on virtual open days, and you'll be able to see all of that. But we will do model live lounges. We're looking to expand and do it with different people hosting. So students hosting, etc., and actually doing it on location. When students say, "I've got a really good idea about doing it with one of the sports societies," and we've had what's her name, Georgie Leach, who's doing a world record attempt. Never set foot in a boat, in a rowing boat before she came to Lincoln, and just thought she'd give it a go. 3 years down the line, she's now trying to go over what is she trying to do? Is she's rowing over the Atlantic Ocean in a world record attempt. I mean, that's pretty amazing. Just because she thought she'd have a go at it, and that's one of our alumni, Georgie. Loads and loads of stuff. So yes, we do. We will be going to different places and showing you in live lounges all around the campus. Darren, anything else to add, mate?
No, not really. I feel pretty upset. I've never made an omelette in my life, and I have never been in one of those boats that you've just described. So I really need to sort my life out.
Yeah, but you should come back and do a postgrad at Lincoln, Darren. That's it, and have a student experience. Now it's just in the chat. Ellen's just going on about how how grilling an omelette is so much better than. These are the tips I didn't think I would be giving out, if I'm honest with you. So instead of flipping it, put it under the grill instead, because I can't flip it without it becoming scrambled eggs. There you go. You get a lovely, healthy, crusty omelette by putting it underneath the grill. And if you've taken anything away from this live lounge, it's that, guys. So well done, you. Darren, I think we can probably just say, come and join us on our next virtual open day. Do you want to remind people what that is?
Yeah, so next Wednesday, I believe, 4 p.m. If you head over to our website, I'll just put the link up again one more time there. You can book onto our virtual open day, so you'll be sent reminders and things like that, and links. You'll find out everything that's going to be happening on the day, so you'll have your links for the welcome talks, the subject discussions, and things like that. Also on that same page as well, you can also pre-register to attend one of our campus visits, one of our campus tours next year, which we hopefully will be able to provide. We're not running them just yet, but if you pre-register, then you'll be one of the first to know when we do actually run them. And just to add for next week's virtual open day, we're doing a few new interesting things. One Tim mentioned, which is hopefully, fingers crossed, going to be a bit of a live tour of the city. Of course, we do talk about our subjects, we talk about some of the teaching and the experience that you get, but what people might be missing at the minute is actually seeing Lincoln, which personally I just think it is a beautiful city. I think people that do come do fall in love with Lincoln and want to stay, which is why we have so many alumni actually stay in Lincoln, like myself. So hopefully that will be going ahead next week. So please do join us to take a glimpse of our city as well.
Well, what you will see on that live tour will be actually sort of where you graduate as well. Not just you get the university tour, and I'm sure Sophie's looking forward to this as well. Is that people talk about the graduation at Lincoln? It's like no other. You go to the top of the hill with the castle and the huge, amazing, one of the most beautiful buildings in the country, if not the world, in Lincoln Cathedral, and it is an amazing graduation. It's a very, very special weekend for people, so I couldn't recommend that live tour enough. I think. How are we doing? Do you reckon we can tie that up there, Darren?
I think so. I think it's been a brilliant talk. Thank you both so much for doing this. Tim, for not panicking. I'm running the show for 5 minutes. Brilliant, well done. Thank you to Sophie and Holly and the missing Pepper as well, wherever she was. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Sophie and Holly. It's absolutely brilliant, and we look forward to seeing you and some more videos in the new year, Sophie. Yeah, and seeing everybody in person. So until then. Enjoy December, enjoy until the end of term, and have a wonderful Christmas.
Bye.
Cheers, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.